Alright. Hey folks, how's it going? So, just reviewing, someone brought it to my attention in my last stream there that Dead by Daylight is getting an update for, what you call the roadmap for year 7. And I just wanted to quickly discuss a bunch of them, because I figure why the hell not. So, one of the first changes we're going to be seeing is blood web improvements. If you went back in time and told people too many blood points would be an issue, nobody would have believed you. Personally, I don't believe that. I love every blood point I get. I'm not sure why people are having a hard time, but okay. Many of you have found yourself with a surplus of blood points. I haven't. And not enough time to spend them. I make time to spend them. Within the next few months, we'll be making improvements to the blood web to make it easier and faster to splurge your blood points than ever before. Well, I mean, as long as they're not taking them away, that's fine with me. It sounds really cool. Can't wait to see what they do with that there. That'll be interesting. Survivor bot loadouts. Hey, I'm Bot Whisperer, so this is kind of important to me. Survivor bots received a very warm welcome when they debuted late last year. Though the Survivor bots are robots, we're sure that their cold mechanical hearts were touched, as an average of 70,000 bot matches have been played every day. That's pretty awesome. I try to play bot matches, once a day. Even if I don't always stream them anymore, but I do play the bot matches quite a bit, actually. I could probably stream them as I start doing more, like Let's Learn a Killer. But, yeah. This new feature made it easy to jump in and try out new content in Forged in the Fog when it released, when killer queue times were longer and everyone flocked to try the newest additions to the roster. The first version of bots and custom matches is simple, but we will be expanding the feature with bot loadouts, allowing you to introduce more variety in the survivor bots you face. Please note that not all perks will be available to the bots, as some perks were ultimately too complicated for them to use effectively, and we'd hate to make them too smart and be the cause of a robot uprising. I'm making friends with my bots, so I don't know what you guys are afraid of. Map repeat prevention. This one's interesting. Variety is the spice of life, and Dead by Daylight's no exception. With so many maps, it can feel a little underwhelming when the entity decides to send you to the groaning storehouse for the 6th time today. Even if it's your favorite map, eventually you want a breath of fresh air. So we're going to introduce a new mechanic which guarantees you won't be sent to the same map twice in a row. The odds of being sent to the same map will also be decreased, yet possible, for the next few matches. So that's actually pretty cool. I mean, unless you're burning offerings to try to keep yourselves going to a certain map. I mean, I know my friends, we really like the RPD. So it'd be kind of interesting to see, if it counters that, and even if we burned offerings, But yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's good. I mean, Lord knows I've spent a lot of time when I was playing as Worm there for the first while. Wormy, my Demogorgon. I got sent to Backwater Swamp a lot, and I hated it. It was so annoying. I mean, I guess I learned to play on Backwater Swamp a little bit better, but still, I don't particularly care for the map, so to be getting sent there repeatedly was actually really irritating. So this would be good. After that, a visual terror radius. So we've been working. Excuse me. This past year, we've been working hard to make Dead by Daylight more accessible to a wider audience. For those who are deaf or hard of hearing, the terror radius can be difficult or even impossible to keep track of, despite being such a crucial part of the game. In order to remedy this, we're going to introduce new accessibility options when enabled. Will provide a visual representation of the terror radius. That's actually pretty cool. That would also be really interesting so that you can get a gauge in-game of how big a terror radius actually is, because it's always like, oh, your terror radius is 20 feet because you have all these perks to expand it. It'd be interesting to see how far it actually goes, if it's like a big bubble or something. That would be interesting. also kind of concerning, because if I'm the killer, like, how do you know, like, if it was a bubble, obviously it would be surrounding the killer, so if you see the edge of the bubble, then you have a very good idea of the direction the killer's coming from, as opposed to just hearing a heartbeat. You don't know if he's to your left or to your right, you just know he's coming. So, I'm very interested to see how that would play out, but I can pretty much guarantee you there's a lot of people who don't need that, will just be turning it on anyway, just to use the advantage of a visual representation that'll be coming at them. Uh, yeah, I mean, I guess it's an exploit, but it's there, so people will definitely take that route. Visual update. The Realm Beyond continues. We're in the process of visually updating one of our older realms. By now, you probably know what to expect, so we'll save the teasers for when this update is a little closer. That said, there aren't many realms left to update, so you got a pretty good chance of guessing which one it is. Well, which one would it be if it hasn't changed a lot? I mean, I'm fairly new to the game myself. Some of the original maps would be Macmillan Estate, right? Some of the first ones that were ever added, I think, as DLC, that would have been RPD, right? His Nemesis. That was one of the first DLC packs, if I remember. If I, just check the dates on release. But they already updated RPD, so, yeah. Who knows? Regardless, it'll be exciting to see what place gets a change. They just updated the Eyrie of Crows recently, and I like that map. It's actually cool because it's got like corners and turns as opposed to just being this very small rectangle with a bunch of junk in the middle. So, yeah, change up the maps. Perk updates. Put a lot of focus on general improvements, but we're pleased to say the perk balancing is going to pick back up shortly. We're hoping to include a small package of perk changes with each mid-chapter update going forward. We'll share more details as these perk changes are closer to release. But since we know you're about to ask, yes, one of the perks we're looking into does rhyme with Schmeruption. So Eruption's going to get a tweak, because apparently everybody has a serious problem with Eruption. It's, I'm always confused. Whenever I see these things, they're like, this is like such a seriously bad perk. It was like Self-Care. It was apparently this like horrible frickin' perk somehow. I was like, well, I guess so, but if I took the fucking, Totem Boon, I could just fucking heal even faster than the stupid Self-Care gave me, but yeah, nerf Self-Care if you want to, and now they want to nerf Eruption, which, I mean, I guess I don't use it a whole lot with a lot of my killers, but whatever. people, I guess, who play it more than I do, just don't like it as much. Limited time cosmetics. For recent events, some of the more festive and spooky outfits we've debuted have only appeared for a limited time before returning to the vaults. Taking some holiday-themed cosmetics from past years with them. We never had an opportunity to announce the cosmetics, so we'd like to take a moment how they will work moving forward as the game has grown hundreds of outfits have been added, and blah 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 blah. By vaulting holiday-themed cosmetics, we hope to simplify the store and make the seasonal offerings more meaningful when they return every year. Do not fear, we guarantee they will return. So they're going to pull the holiday cosmetics. I thought they did that anyway. I mean, maybe it's... I mean, I guess I don't really look, because I don't really give a shit about as many of the Survivor cosmetics, but I kind of thought that they already did that, but okay. We know many of you don't want to miss your opportunity to get them, so we're going to clarify how limited time cosmetics will work. New limited time cosmetics will be available with purchase with Auric Cells. When the event period ends, these outfits will be vaulted until they return the following year. The next time they return, they will be available with both Auric Cells and Iridescent Shards. This is including all of the licensed characters. Sounds pretty cool. For the sake of transparency, here's a complete list of all the seasonal collections and to date which will be available for a limited time. But you can go and take a look at that if you want. I don't care. We hope this list gives you a better idea. Spoiler warning. These new additions to the roadmap will be releasing as part of multiple updates over the next few months. As is tradition, we'll go into more details regarding each one when they're closer to release. Before we sign off, we want to take a moment to thank everybody. Yada yada yada. Set your roadmap. Until next time. Blah 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 blah. Okay, let's look at the spoiler warning. Halloween, Tricks and Treats, Midnight Grove, Halloween 2021, Future Halloween collections, Ugly Sweater Collection, Death the Trials, Bone Chill, Holiday Horror, Winter Tales, Crazy Bake. Future Holiday Collections, Lunar New Year, Lurking Stripes, Gilded Stampede, Scarlet Swan, Moonrise, Moonlight Burrow, Future L and Y Collections. So, yeah, okay. So basically, as they said, anything that's freaking festive or holiday related will be, tossed into the vault until next year. I mean, that's all fine. I'm in no rush to buy any of the Christmas cosmetics that I don't already own, so I suppose that'll kind of piss off some people, but at the same time, I feel like if you really like the cosmetics, you probably bought them already, especially for some of the older characters. I mean, I haven't been playing the game particularly long, but I pretty much own all the cosmetics I want. The only ones I want now is the new Jill Valentine one, as well as the Blights one, which is William Birkin, because I want William Birkin as an actual killer in this game, but, they're wasting a Blight on him, but whatever. At least he's here in some form. But, yeah, it's interesting. That'd be kind of an interesting mindfuck, right? Imagine, because William Birkin is a skin for the Blight, and that actually makes sense. I do agree with it because he injected himself with the G virus, so the same way the Blight's injecting the Blight serum, William's injecting himself with the G virus to make himself freak out. But that aside, yeah, those, yeah, I kind of forget what I was gonna say, but. I know what I was gonna say. I would love to see William Birkin brought into the game in another Resident Evil DLC, and then you could leave him also as a Blight skin. So then, if you saw William Birkin in the distance, you wouldn't necessarily know if it was the Blight or the actual William Birkin killer, just to mess with people's heads. That'd be kind of cool. Mess with them. Yeah, I know most people be like, I don't want to get messed with. I don't want to go in thinking it's the Blight, and then it turns out to be, the actual William Birkin. I mean, just, come on, it'd be fun, right? It adds an element of, oh shit, you got a 50-50 chance of which William Birkin you're facing. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, that's it for the updates. Some of them are pretty interesting. Still not exactly any word on when we will be receiving the, what do you call it, the bot killer update. I assume if we're going to be getting bots with perks, we're probably going to see the killers show up around the same time. That would kind of make sense to me. Let's see if there is, because I think they had a few dates. I'll read you what the dates were, because yeah, blah 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 blah. Come on. Get rid of that shit. Adding new Resident Evil skins. It takes over 16 hours in a blood web to reach Prestige 100 on a character. I feel like it's more than that, but okay. Oh, 16 hours spending the points to do it. That actually makes more sense. Because it's 1.2 million points to earn a character, and that's over an hour of gameplay easily. So to get it up to 100, that's a lot. But yeah, we're getting a new killer and a new survivor in March. That's when the new thing drops, because they do it. Oh, there it is. Chapter 27, March. So in 2 months, we're getting a new killer and a new survivor. Makes sense. They're always about every 3 months apart, from what I've learned, just from playing this. it's kind of like, it's really amazing how fast they can put the content out. I mean, they're probably, obviously, like, they're working on this killer right now, and they're probably working on the next two killers and survivors on top of that, as well as their perks. They're probably doing all that already, but at the same time, it is kind of impressive because it's like, oh, Wesker's out, and you're kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever. And so many people are playing the new killer, but then it's like, now the night's out, and then you see Wesker disappear. So they do keep it kind of fresh, cycling through stuff like this. So that's pretty cool. I am definitely looking forward to the next chapter in Killer. Tome 15 will be in April, obviously, because this one ends in, about that amount of time. So, yeah. Alrighty then. So that is the Dead by Daylight 7-year roadmap update for what to expect for the next several months. Yeah, stuff sounds pretty awesome. Can't wait to see it. And hope to see you all there when it all comes out. I will definitely be playing the new killer day one. And, learning whoever the hell the killer is and learning their perks and taking them to the bots. So be sure to tune in then for that. That could be a lot of fun. And yeah, got nothing else to really say. Check out my YouTube if you want to see it, Bot Whisperer, and follow follow me on here on Twitch if you want, and you'll get some notifications when I do more streaming. Yeah, have yourselves a great night. Take care, and I'll see you next stream.